What's up, guys? We are Sight After Dark. I'm Sifa Graffiti.
I'm Dan Berg.
Check out our latest music. And check us out reacting to Mississippi Delta Blues by Chicago, the one and only. This is suggested by our patron Ben Guevara. Shout out to you, Ben. Guys, if you don't know, all of our reactions are suggested by our patrons over on Patreon. Head on over there, subscribe for as little as $1 a month, and get in on all of our content and content decisions. Thumbs up if you like this one.
That is
Just like that.
We got some short ones today.
They're all fire though. I mean, this is shout out to Terry Kath, aka the Heart of Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the story about when we for the first Chicago album we did and what my mom said?
No.
When we first when we did Chicago 2, the album, I remember telling my mom, yeah, the next album reaction is going to be Chicago 2. And she was kind of like, oh, Chicago? And I was like, yeah. She was like, really? She's like, aren't they just kind of like poppy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not really, I don't know. And then I was kind of like surprised by her reaction.
Yeah.
Because all the Chicago that we heard was so good.
Yeah.
And then I realized that in her head, she was thinking of the post Terry Kath Chicago.
The aftercath.
The aftercath. Right. So because everything with Terry is just amazing. It's just great. It's all time great. Like, shout out to Wood Chicago.
Of course. The Wood Chicago is fire. That was a quote. That was hilarious that time. But Terry's voice, somebody said the other day, it was like, well, they think that Terry had a better voice than Jimi Hendrix, so that's what makes him like better than Jimmy. And like, I totally understand, because there are definitely times where I feel like I wish Jimmy would have lived longer so he could have written like better songs and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? As opposed to like his actual playing of the guitar, you know? But I do love Terry's soulful voice. And I love how kind of abstractly beautiful this was, because it wasn't totally bluesy, Mississippi Delta bluesy, right? And it's like he sang at different tones and notes, and even when like horns came in and stuff, it had like a kind of like abstraction to it that I really, really dug. That, and like his voice just brings life to whatever the lively music already. Yeah. Like he swings in, he's like, hey, like that's his like vibe.
And it's like, oh, what's going on?
Exactly. It seems like it's like always like a party with him, you know, as opposed to Peter, who blinds you with his bass and his smile all the time.
Yeah, I also wanted to shout out Danny on the drums.
Okay, so we're really thinking alike right now. The drums had like the big band roll to it. That's what I was loving. Yeah, it was just like I wanted to like swing dance with my partner and flip me around and stuff like that. It just had such a big, you know, kind of like 1940s kind of feel to them. Like I thought about all those drummers that we reviewed on our music podcast. Best drummers. No, it was Sight After Dark, right? Best drummers.
No. Music Maniacs, best drummers, greatest drummers of all time. Yeah, check us out. Music Maniacs with Sight After Dark for the best music podcast you never heard. But enough for the self promo. Yeah, no, it was just funky. Like I love the keys in it too, like the funkiness of the keys, and then his voice. It's weird comparing him to Hendrix because you don't like. For me, like I think you don't think of Hendrix as a singer. Like you think of Hendrix as the best guitar player ever. Yeah, totally. And I think he's a better guitar player by himself. I mean, Terry's great at guitar, but I think Hendrix is a better guitar player. But,
I think Hendrix is an innovator. That's the thing too. That's where he's got like Terry just one notch above. Like he's an actual innovator. Like you actually have never heard before Jimmy played something. Like you have never heard that sound ever before. Like, you know,
right. What I mean? But I do have to give Terry the nod on the voice.
Yes. Yeah. He's the artist put together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
So it's just a matter of what you mean specifically. Like if like to compare Hendrix to Terry feels kind of apples and oranges. But if you're saying Terry is a better singer, I would say yes. If you're saying Jimmy is a better guitar player, I would say yes. But as like a full like artist, like that's just hard. You can't really do that. I don't think.
Yeah. So stop it.
Yeah. Tell us what you feel about that in the comments. But yeah, it was just great. There's something about that old school Chicago. I guess everything with Terry is just sick. I mean, and you could just feel the energy that he brings to the band, you know?
Yeah.
So shout out to that. Shout out to Ben. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but I kind of forgot now. Oh, well, sorry. I'm sorry. But thanks for watching. Shout out to all the patrons for making these videos possible. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. We're Side After Dark, and we'll see you soon.